Hey there everyone, how are you doing today? This is Kenny Stahl, and I have to ask you this. Is it okay to be depressed? Now this is a question that I just asked myself and I realized that I don't know how to answer it because I think there are actually two answers. One being yes and the other being no. Yes, it's okay to be depressed, but also no, it's not really okay to be depressed. And what I mean by that is if somebody came up to me and they said, Kenny, I'm depressed, is that okay? I would say, well, yes, it's okay that you're depressed. It's something that people go through. You're not alone. It's a really common thing, and you can deal with it. You can get through it. Like, I want to tell people that it's okay because it is. Like, you'll be fine. Like, your life is still gonna move on and everything's gonna be cool. But it's like, hold on a minute. Actually, no, it's not okay to be depressed. If you're depressed, you should be seeking out help. You should be seeking out answers to things that would help you out. You should be seeking out tools or strategies to overcome or cope with depression. And it's like, so in that way, it's like, yeah, you don't want to be depressed. Objectively, not being depressed is better than being depressed. So I guess my answer to is it okay to be depressed is no. Like, and I think that's a good thing because it's saying that you're not okay with it. That you want to move on, that you want to get your life back together, that you want to not suffer so much. Because I've struggled with depression a few years ago when it was really awful for me. I mean, I still kind of deal with it on and off occasionally, but really the point of my life that I really suffered with depression the most was a few years ago. And you know, I couldn't get out of bed, my relationship suffered, I quit school, I lost a job, I didn't eat very much. I just hated myself. I was having emotional meltdowns. I just felt like there was no point to being alive and that what's the point in anything? And I lost a lot of motivation. I couldn't do anything, you know? And I had no sense of direction in my life. Everything was a mess. Okay? Everything in my life was a mess. I was depressed, and there came a point where I said to myself that something's gotta change. Like, after hitting rock bottom emotionally and mentally, I was like I gotta figure this out some way. I still don't really know what I've done. I don't know what has worked. I don't know what does and doesn't work. I don't have the answers to how to overcome depression and deal with it. But it's like, at least I said to myself that I'm going to get better. I'm gonna try. And that's so important if you're depressed, is that if you're dealing with depression, that you decide that you want help, that you decide that you want to change. And sometimes people find it difficult to actually talk to a doctor about it and get professional help. Some people think that doesn't work and that you have to deal with it on your own. I mean, I suggest at the very least you look into it and that you look into what is gonna help, because depression is such a common thing that there are people out there discussing this all day, every day. There are articles online, there are books on this, there are doctors out there who know what they're talking about. And if you haven't looked into any of that yet, if you haven't really dug deep into understanding, you know, psychology and mental health and stuff like that, it's like if you avoid it, you're not going to get better. And I can say that it's definitely better to try to not be depressed, to try to overcome it, to try to deal with it, to try to reduce the amount of depression and suffering in your life. So when I say that depression is okay, I'm not saying that you should just accept that you're depressed and not do anything about it. That's essentially what my point is in this video, is that when I asked the question, is it okay to be depressed, there's actually two answers. On the one hand, yes, it's okay. You're not alone, that you're gonna still make it in life even if you're depressed. A lot of people go through it, don't worry. But I'm not saying that because it's okay to be depressed that you should be like, oh, okay, it's okay to be depressed. I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing about myself. I'm gonna do nothing about my situation. It's like, that's not what I mean. It's like, when I say it's okay, I mean it's also not okay. You know what I mean? You probably don't, because I'm being confusing. It's weird because this is actually a question where you can say yes and you can say no depending on what you mean by that. So just a little quick video for today that I thought you would that I thought I would share with you, because it's like a lot of things in life where you should always be trying to give yourself the best opportunity to be successful and not suffer. You should try to avoid things that will make you suffer, and you shouldn't give up, lay down, and accept defeat. And I think that if you're currently struggling with a mental health issue like depression, that it is a battle that you have to fight every single day to make sure that you avoid being at the worst that you can be at. And that's the thing that I've been doing, is really, I know what it's like for me to be at my worst when depression is so overwhelming that I can't get out of bed or whatever. And I know what it's like to suffer like that, and I say that every action I take in my life today is to make sure that I stay healthy, to make sure that I stay at my best, and to avoid slipping back down to that awful place that I call hell in my life. And that's something that's so important, I think, to have that mindset of just doing what's best for yourself. And it's like everybody is struggling. Everybody is at a point that is less than perfect, and you should be happy no matter where you're at, or no matter who you are, or no matter what you struggle with. You should be okay with who you are, accepting yourself for the way you are, even if that is a flawed, imperfect human being. You know, somebody who has depression, somebody who has an alcohol addiction or drug addiction. It's like you should be okay with the fact that it's real, but you should also be striving to overcome these things and defeat these obstacles that you have for yourself. And you know, I can't give you the answers of how to fix everything, but I just want to share with you guys my thoughts, and I hope that me talking about this gets you thinking a little bit. I just want what's best for you. I want what's best for myself, and I want to have this discussion. So if there's anything you want to say now, please leave a comment on this video. Let me know what you thought about this, or if this makes you think about anything, and I'd love to hear it. So give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you want to help out the channel grow, share the video and let somebody know about who I am, and I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. See you next time.